Hey everybody, welcome. Today we are doing an impromptu Facebook Live, and that's because sometimes miracles do happen. And I have with me Sheila today, and we're going to be talking about vision loss and how you actually can start recovering your vision from an autoimmune disease, even if it seems impossible. I'm Dr. Maggie Yu, and I'm an integrative physician, and we have an online program that works with people with autoimmune disease to transform their autoimmune disease naturally. Okay. And for all of you that are watching right now, I would love it if you could go ahead and post, tell me hi, so I know you're watching, and tell me where you're watching from. If you are in the alumni group, if you're currently in our program, I'd love for you right now to post in the comment section, alumni, I'm in the program. If you're in the program with Sheila right now, say I'm in the program right now with Sheila. That would be awesome. So today, and give Sheila a thumbs up right now. This is not easy for her. She's a very private person. Give her a thumbs up and give her a heart and give her some encouragement, okay? So right now, what I would love to do is just give a quick introduction to Sheila. Sheila is in weeks, currently about a month into her program. She was a successful corporate executive. And about 19 years ago, when she was doing great in her career, kicking ass, taking names, chewing bubblegum, and suddenly she came down with thyroid cancer, and then shortly thereafter started to have vision loss that later was deemed mysterious autoimmune related. So I'm going to let Sheila introduce herself a little bit and tell us a little bit about her. And we're going to talk about how 1 month into the program, her vision is starting to clear up.
Yes, it's been amazing. So thanks, Maggie. So yeah, I initially with the vision loss, I started, I was at the grocery store with my 6-month-old son, just walking through the grocery store, and noticed that I was walking in front of people on my left side and thought, gosh, this is really weird. And, it kept happening multiple times in a few week period. And so I ended up going to just a regular eye doctor, getting an eye test. And wow, it was a huge eye opener. Because when they give you the little thing to cover your eyes to do the eye check, and I covered my right eye, I absolutely could not see anything out of my left. It was just dark. So from there, it was a tremendous process of traveling across states to try and figure out what is going on. I've been everywhere from the Mason Eye Institute in Missouri to Mayo Clinic in Minnesota. Been a lot of places. Nobody could give me an answer. So I'm currently in the research department at a local place. So.
Okay, Sheila. So life has dealt you a lot of blows, and there's a lot of learning that we should talk about from this whole experience for you. But people want to know, I mean, I think when you and your husband enrolled in the program a month ago,
yes,
I don't think, was it even on your list that your vision loss was going to be and something that you could turn around? Was it even in the realm possibility for you?
When I initially thought about it, I think I had hoped deep down it might be, but I honestly didn't think, anything would happen. Honestly, no.
Okay. So Tracy Rupp is joining us. She's a graduate that's been through our program. We just interviewed her at her 18-month follow-up interview. Hi, Tracy. Anybody else in the alumni, please tell us you're in the alumni and you're watching. Sheila and I would love to say hi to you. Anyone going through the program with Sheila right now, say hi. And anyone with a question for us that's new to us on the Facebook group, please feel free to post it. And if you know anyone that could benefit from learning how to turn around the autoimmune disease naturally, share it, their name in the comment section right now by putting their name, and they'll know immediately that you're watching this video, and they'll be able to watch it later. Thank you. So how bad was the vision loss, Sheila?
It was pretty much, I have nothing in my left eye, mainly because I do have a cataract over what it's minimal, 2400, I think is what they tell me in my left eye, which is minimal. In my right eye, it's It changes from appointment to appointment because it's based on the swelling that was on the back of my eye. So imagine like holding the thing and like I was continually like what they would call looking over the swelling in the back of my eye, the inflammation, trying to see the 5 or 6 letters that were up on the board. So honestly, I don't even know what my current vision is in my right eye. I just know that things are clearing. Things are becoming more clear in the vision that I have left.
Well, can you tell me what happened the other night? Because I mean, you shared this with everybody in the program, and it was a shocker. So tell me what happened Saturday night.
So yeah, it was just kind of a normal Saturday, didn't do a whole lot. It was super hot here in Nebraska, and so we were just watching TV and getting ready for bed, walking upstairs, went down the hallway and got to my room or to our room and turned on the light, and I went, wait a second. And I turned around and I looked at my husband and I said, I didn't have to turn on the light, the hallway light, to get to the room. And he was like, do it again. And so off I go. I went downstairs and came back upstairs and did it again. And he was at the end of the hall going, well, can you see me? Can you see me? And it was surprising. And I just remember going to bed like, this is awesome. I knew I was what I was doing. I need what I needed to be doing, and I'm doing it right now. So yeah.
Okay, so crazy shocker. And people are in the audience right now. Those of you who have some symptom that you think you cannot never reverse, like vision loss. I know in the Facebook group alone, just this week, 3 people said they had scleritis and they were worried about vision loss and they were scared to death. How many of you think that you have symptoms that are absolutely irreversible, that you don't even dream could be reversed? List it right now into the comment section. I want to know. Because just last week, a couple weeks ago, Barbara going through our program had vocal cord dysfunction. 20 years as a vocal coach and choir teacher, and she thought she permanently has lost her voice and was losing her voice. And Sheila, what did we hear Barbara do this week?
Oh my gosh, she was belting them out. It was amazing. It was awesome. Yeah.
Exactly. And so for me, it's like, so if you have a symptom and you think it's impossible, go ahead and list it in the comment section. I love to hear what it is. Christina, thank you for giving us a heart and showing up to, please, those of you watching right now, I know there's a lot of you. Tell me where you're watching from. Sheila and I would like to know. That'd be really helpful. And give her a thumbs up and a heart right now. So Sheila, I know that you thought that this was impossible to get any of your vision back, and you said Saturday night that happened, and then what happened Sunday or Monday? Was this a fluke?
No, it hasn't been. It has not been. I have been able to walk down my hallway completely fine without flipping that light switch on to assist me to get to our bedroom. So it is not a fluke at all so far. So things are good. Things are going good.
So everybody wants to know, why do you think that this happened? Like, why is something that you've had for 19 years what did the experts say? First of all, what did the experts say? Where did you go, like in a nutshell? How many people have you seen? What did they tell you?
I went to a lot of people. Like I stated, I'd been everywhere from the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota to the Mason Eye Institute in Missouri. I've seen so many doctors, and they still do not have a true diagnosis for me, which is frustrating, but I'm learning that it's autoimmune. I guess I don't necessarily need a name. I'm learning it is truly an autoimmune disease that is causing it. And so what I've been doing is literally, just watching those modules and the gluten-free diet.
So question though, so they told you that this was, what did they tell you was the outlook for this vision loss? What were the treatment options for you?
There are none. There are none. I'm doing, when I first went to the University of Iowa, which is where I'm in now, I'm actually in the research department. They wanted to get me into a study at NIH. And when they sent all my records to NIH, they said the progression of it was too far along, so I couldn't do the study. But they decided that I was going to do the study here. So I have, for the last at least 10 years now, I have IVIG treatments every 3 weeks. I'm on Cellcept, which is an autoimmune drug, a suppressive drug. I take too many pills, too many drugs that can mess up my life later.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you're taking, they told you there really wasn't any treatment. You've taken some medications and you're currently taking some medications, but there was no hope that this was going to improve at all. If in fact, they pretty much told you it was going to get worse.
Right.
Okay. So a couple things I want to highlight about the story is that number one is that a lot of people, I mean, what a lot of people don't realize is that they're constantly chasing a diagnosis. And I think that there's a big problem with the way that we test autoimmune diseases. The technology really lags behind how many actual targets there could be. Those of you that are watching right now, how many of you right now are hunting for a diagnosis? You may have 0 autoimmune diagnosis, but you already suspect it's autoimmune. Say, yes, that's me. I have no diagnosis. Or you have 1 diagnosis already, but you have tons of other symptoms and mystery illness that no one knows what to do about. So my biggest issue is in both these groups, people already clearly know this is freaking autoimmune. And there's a fundamental core understanding about autoimmune that's missing. Christina Melchester says, me. Yeah, no diagnosis. So Tracy Rupp says, I was on Cellcept. Yes, not anymore, Tracy. That's an alumni, not anymore. I love that. If you guys missed Tracy Rupp's interview, watch it. Her 18-month follow-up, incredible story. But the fundamental issue with autoimmunity is that the immune system is, your own immune system is supposed to look at a germ outside your body, says, you're a germ and I'm going to kill you. But instead it's looking at a part of your body. In your case, let's say your thyroid is a germ and it's saying, you're a germ and I'm going to kill you. Now, if it mistakes your thyroid as a germ, what's the likelihood it's going to mistake many other body parts as a germ?
A lot.
You know through the modules is 100%. So people are walking around literally with hundreds of targets, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, those of you in the program that are watching right now, how many of you know now all these targets are just other targets of autoimmune attack? So for me, it's really important to stop playing whack-a-mole, which is you look at each symptom and you're like, whack this, whack that. Chase, what's the diagnosis on the left toe? What's the diagnosis on the right pinky toe? What's the diagnosis on this mole? Who cares? We already know you have an autoimmune disease diagnosis. We already know you have a ton of other autoimmune disease symptoms, or you may just have a ton of symptoms and no diagnosis. But the issue is the root cause is the same. So what makes the most sense is instead of playing whack-a-mole, you say, what the hell is causing this? Identify the causes in you through a program like this and stop the cause. And then you pull back on targets all at once, every single target. So what was your hope, Sheila, when you came into the program? What symptoms were you hoping for that would improve? And mind you, she's only a month into the program, guys. Okay.
Really, I was wanting to get rid of some of the brain fog and my anxiety. Depression is huge for me, and it's getting better every day. It's amazing. It really is. My energy level to get up and do things is amazing. I love it. I am like, okay, gotta keep going, gotta keep doing this. So
Margie Kruger just says she's having vision loss due to stress. Everybody blames stress for everything. How many of you with autoimmune disease have been told you're just anxious or depressed and need an antidepressant?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And guess what happened with me when I took an antidepressant? And then they put me on birth control pills because they didn't test hormones. So I got fatter, meaner, and sicker.
Yeah.
So why do you think right now, you came in the program thinking you wanted a little better brain fog, and right now you're already experiencing a clearing of your brain fog? So if you were to tell people right in the middle of the program right now, 1 month into the program, what was the big aha that you think is, I love cause and effect. So I want to hear what Sheila is tying to her cause and effect. What is causing your brain fog to improve? And as a side benefit, your vision to be clearing up.
Yes. Yes. Definitely diet is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Huge. And I'm right now attributing most of it right now to diet. Learning
Food matters.
the food definitely matters. And then, having the food sensitivity done. I'm a good old Nebraska girl. We like our beef. And I have learned that, I shouldn't probably be eating so much as I do. So, yeah, food
Yeah.
is huge for me.
Food. So Debbie Thompson's watching. She says she loves these live talks. Thanks, Maggie. I love it. If you guys like these live talks, can you make comment load loving these and give Sheila a big thumbs up right now? Put the name of anybody that you know could benefit from raising awareness about autoimmune disease. If they can learn from this, go ahead and put their name in the comment section right now. So food matters. And so for me, it's like, is this another elimination diet? Am I another doc here telling you, follow Maggie Yu's protocol to eliminate 30% of the food on the planet, please, and that'll fix you? Why is what we do so damn different? Why is it working?
There's a process. There really is. There is a process. And, even from week one with my mindset also, I mean, every piece has been huge. But yeah, it all comes together. It really does. It all makes sense the more that I'm learning, and I've still got stuff to learn, but yeah, it makes 100% sense.
Well, the reason it makes sense is because I'm a medical doctor, I'm an MD, and science and data matters. I really don't believe in broad brushstroke, generalized food protocols and food advice that are personalized to no one. It doesn't work for a lot of people. It certainly did not work for me. And that's what for me, data is really important. Why not hack this with data? Why not get certainty around exactly which foods you should remove and which ones you should totally add back in, right? So that's huge. So we have, if you guys want to learn more about what our food mapping process is, join our Facebook group right now, because I have a live teaching and Q&A on there talking about food mapping. It's a very unique process in our program for dealing with autoimmunity, especially the food piece with data, okay? And then hormone piece. I mean, I'm looking at your history. I mean, a lot of people, there's so many missing links in hormone history that's missed. Hormones is one of the biggest, hormone changes is the biggest reason and biggest trigger for when autoimmune disease happens. So it's a big turning on button for a lot of people. So talk about the timing of this. I mean, how you gave birth and how long after that were you diagnosed with thyroid cancer?
6 months.
And how long after that you started to have blindness? That's autoimmune.
So it was, let's see, 5 years.
Yeah, it's a couple years later.
Yeah.
So there's what I'm trying to tell you is that postpartum, which is the big plummet and drop of hormones, is one of the biggest and most vulnerable time when women are actually diagnosed with autoimmune disease. Okay, why? Because the hormones are dropping. Men around actually 40s is a really vulnerable time because testosterone tends to be falling. Women, certain times of the month, your autoimmune disease flares. It's not by accident because hormones freaking matter. and then also perimenopause is a really tough time. There's a reason why maybe in the last 5-6 years that your vision has gotten way worse. Why? Because we're going through peri and postmenopause, or before, during, and after menopause, right around that time. It's a shitty time for autoimmune disease, and you have to balance your hormones using data. Yeah. So, all right. This is huge. Usually we interview people at towards the end of the program or at the end of the program. We decided to just have you share this because people do not believe out there that miracles like your vision clearing up is possible when you have something like autoimmune disease.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. Little steps every day. There's something new every day. So It's awesome.
I love it. All right. If there's one piece of advice you could give to anybody out there, and you're a private person, so everybody please give her a heart and give her a thumbs up, support her right now, share this right now. She was a reluctant guest. There was a lot of people in the Facebook group that was egging her on. And if you're not in the Facebook group, join it now so you can egg people like Sheila on to tell you what's going on. So your hope was that you wanted to help other people who could be in the same situation. So Sheila, 2 months ago, you were not in this program. What would you tell Sheila 2 months ago that was not in the program if she was listening? What would you tell her? What message do you have for her about her autoimmune disease, her symptoms, her obstacles, her miracles that could never happen? What would you tell her?
Definitely join the program. It is worth it. The friendships that I have made with the not only the people in the Facebook group, but my pod are amazing. And the knowledge, it is, it's yours. It's your knowledge. And to have all of that knowledge and to be able to talk to your doctors about it, yeah, it's huge. So,
well, yeah. Here's to just 5-6 weeks into the program. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to end of the program. I'd love to interview you and your husband because I know he was kind of skeptical. I love the skeptics. Because my motto is always real people, real outcomes. That's what talks. And so I love showing people that. I would love to invite you and your husband back for an end of the program interview. Would you be interested in doing that?
We'll do it. Yeah,
awesome.
We'll do it.
If you guys want to see Sheila when she's at the end of the program, give her put in our comment section right now, Sheila, end of program interview now. And I promise you, she has said on camera that she's going to be interviewed in about a month at the end of the program. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching. And if you want to learn more about our program, go to drmaggie.com and watch our free training. And the other thing that you can do to learn more about us is joining our Facebook group, which is Transform Autoimmune Disease Naturally. Tons of free resources, tons of community in there. And I'm in there and Sheila's in there. So check it out, join the group. And thanks a lot. Have a great night, everybody.